up natin ngayon this year. Well, every year for the last 12 years. Let's give him a round of applause, please. I've been hearing so many good things about how Qcinema is continuing to grow and be a platform and a hub for discovery of world cinema. Now that we have an industry counterpart. So when you say industry, you have the screenings, sabi nga ni Sir, you have the screenings, you can watch all of these amazing world cinema. Dapat may kapartner siyang industry, di ba? Where the business is happening. Because at the end of the day, films are not just for culture, for entertainment, it's also for business. We want to be sustainable, we want to make sure that films are funded well, and we want to create opportunities for our filmmakers to find funding, especially in this era or in this landscape where it's so hard to source funding for films. We cannot go to our investors and tell them this will make money in the cinemas because our local cinemas are experiencing a transition. I wouldn't say failing. Every industry and even Korea right now is actually experiencing a decline in box office. So, if you see it as something, if you see the shift as something that's just really happening as part of the changing landscape of global cinema, it's easier for us to understand how we can address and how we can pivot from this, and paano natin matutulungan yung mga filmmakers natin na mag-respond dito sa nagbabagong landscape ng cinema natin. Kasi while there are challenges, may mga opportunities din. And it always goes hand in hand. So this is where the Qcinema industry program or platform comes in, because this is the place where we bridge the world. We bridge the world to collaborate with Philippines and Southeast Asia. So next please. Sige. Ayan. So para lang alam din nyo, so ano ba yung project market? So project market, para siyang tindahan, para siyang palengke, di ba? Kung gusto natin, para siyang palengke ng mga iba't ibang pelikula. At itong mga pelikulang to, kinurate siya, pinili siya ng magagaling na mga international at local selection committee natin para maging platform ang Qcinema Project Market for these projects to find partners. These projects are looking for funding, they're looking for co-producers, they're looking for festivals, they're looking for distributors who can really help them realize and bring their projects and bring their films to life. So it started in 2023 after my term in FECP. I was very lucky because I was given the trust by Sir Ed and Ate Manet, and of course our dear Mayor Joy, to support their goal to enhance and expand the Qcinema International Film Festival. For it not just to be relevant to the Philippines, but for it to also be relevant to the world. Para makita tayo ng ibang bansa, kung gusto natin lahat magpalabas ng pelikula sa Cannes, ang goal natin, gusto rin ng lahat ng mga bansa na magpalabas ng pelikula sa Qcinema. Kasi dito sila makakakita ng audience, dito sila makakakita ng market. And that's the dream. So, I started in 2023. We launched it as part of the industry section. We supported 20 projects last year, and we were able to collect and put together $600,000 worth of grants and prizes. So that's like almost 30 million, I think last year, that we were able to provide for our filmmakers post-production grants. So you'll see later kung ano-ano yung mga prizes na ibibigay natin this year. Ang goal, again, collaboration, co-production. We want to encourage and continue this partnership between Philippines and Southeast Asia. Right now, if napapansin nyo, ang dami-dami ng collaborations with Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Philippines. And that's because we're always looking for ways to bring them together. And at the end of the day, it's really funding. Diba? Ang requirement natin, kailangan dalawa kayong Southeast Asia na mag-a-apply dito so that you can get the fund. Next, please. So, yun. impact, dito tayo, no? So, 20 selected projects from the Philippines and Southeast Asia, and this year, again, we were able to select 20 projects. We have 13 Filipino projects and 7 Southeast Asian projects. So, may saysay ba? May nangyari ba sa mga napiling mga pelikula last year? Yes, we have good news for you. Next, please. So, from last year's very first inaugural QPM 2023, we already have a film that has premiered in prestigious festivals and actually won. One of the films is our Central Digital Lab winner, Tale of the Land from Indonesia, directed by Lolo Hendra, with producer Yulia Bara. This premiered in the New Current section of the Busan International Film Festival and won the Pipreshi Prize. Ito yung Critics Prize. So, ito lang yan this October. And of course, Don't Cry Butterfly, a film that's also supported during my time pa as FDCP, way back 2018. So imagine this is how many years in the making. I supported this in Locarno. We were able to provide fund for this. This is a Vietnamese film by Dong Di Lin with Cien Tan and Wilfredo Manalang of UC as a co-producer. It premiered in the Venice International Film Festival, dala-dala yung Pilipinas as co-producer, and it won the best prize. It actually won the grand prize just this September. So, this is a co-production, balik tayo. Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, USA. So, before, you will not see Philippines as like this. Yung co-producer siya, kasi wala tayong pabigay. Ang nabibigay natin is pagmamahal at tiyaga. And that means a lot. That means a lot for all other filmmakers. We work hard. Our producers are amazing. They really work hard for years to put together this funding, but because we don't have money on the table, it's so hard for us to put Philippines as a co-producer. But now, because there's funding, nakatapat, we have support, nandyan tayo. So, yun yung goal natin, tuloy-tuloy na mangyari to. So, next, please.
It will premiere in Qcinema.
Okay, all of these, these two films are actually part of Qcinema this year. They're part of the Asian Next Wave competition. Alright, next please. Alright, so kung merong pinalabas na, merong tapos na. Di ba? So, of course, this is like super much talked about. Uunahin ko itong dalawang Filipino films kasi natin talaga sila. Sila yung ibang bansa yung nakikipag-partner sa atin. Yung ganun lang naman yun. Si UK lumapit sa Pilipinas, yung parang, uy, partner naman kami dyan, ganun. So, Filipiniana is directed by Rafael Manuel. Rafael Manuel is actually Amsterdam, UK-based filmmaker, but he's super Filipino. He made this film that started as a short that was in Berlin International Film Festival and won the Silver Bear Prize. Now, he's making a feature film about it, and kakatapos lang. It's actually currently in post-production. Inaabangan na siya ng mga A-list film festivals all over the world. And our producer here is Epic Media with Bradley Liu, Jeremy Chua of Protocol from Singapore, and Film4 from UK. This is in post-production. Another film with our very own US-based director, Isabel Sandoval. Also already in post-production for her film Moonglow with producer Alanberg Ang of the Luyong Studios. With Singapore, Cien Tan, Darlene Malimas, and Carlo Velayo. This is with Arjo Ataide, our dear Congressman Arjo Ataide. So, sila yung bida dyan. I think ang dream nila dyan is for her to go to Oscars, di ba? So, because of her US connection. So, nakakatuwa kasi now they can dream bigger because they know that they're making their films the right way. When I say the right way, they're properly funding their films. They're making sure that they can deliver the best version of their projects. Hindi yung, ito yung project, ang laki ng idea, ito lang yung budget natin so paliitin natin yung project. So sayang, kasi sometimes it becomes a missed opportunity. A lot of our films are like that. So this is good because they can dream bigger. Alright, the other film is Fox King. This is from Malaysia. This is with Booming Jin, with Edmond Yo, and again in post-production. Tapos meron din tayo mga mag-uumpisa na. So, syempre pag nabigay na namin yung pangit. May utang ako kay remotes. Alright, next please. Ayan. Alright, and he's here right now. So we have films that are just about to be shot and start their principal photography. Of course, unahin na natin, nandito siya today. We have The Remotes with John Torres, our director. Really amazing, and also really won our best pitch because he moved all of us. And the producer is Shereen Seno of Los Otros. So magsa-start na sila, supposed to be this November, right? Okay, yun, mag-umpisa na sila. Another film, this is also gonna be shot in the Philippines, I think in Zamboanga. This is a film from Vietnam entitled The Seas Come Tonight with Lebao. This is his second film. His first film was Taste, which also won in festivals. So ang co-producer niya is from France and of course Philippines and Singapore. So this is a 3-country co-production. And then this one, Trinity, they're also just about to shoot this December. This is the one with Raymond Patanavirangun, a big supporter of Philippine cinema. From Bangkok siya, but he's always ready and supporting a lot of our mentorship programs. And now he has a film, the second film of Bu Junfeng, yun na yung pelikula ay nasa Netflix na. And this is a 8-country co-production. So they have Singapore, Taiwan, France, Italy, Greece, Germany, Poland, Indonesia. You know why? Because this film is $2.7 million. That's the This is about the mega churches. The story is about the mega churches in Singapore. Parang yung mga mega churches natin dito. And ano ang nangyayari sa loob nito. So, yun yung it's a quite controversial film, but it's really creating a lot of support and from different countries all over the world. So, next please. Ayan. So, ang application criteria, kailangan mo lang maging Filipino or Southeast Asian na merong project. Actually, ganun siya kadali. That's why, ang nangyayari sa atin ngayon is, because the requirement is, it just needs to be a Filipino-led film. May mga projects tayo ngayon na actually, Filipino project siya, pero it's a co-production with Japan and Philippines. So, let's go to our 2024 projects para direction na tayo. Sorry pala. Ayan pala. Sorry. Ayan po yung selection committee natin. Hindi ko balik kalimutan si Miss Manette Dairit. So, ito napaka-formidable ng ating mga selection committee. We have Ming Jung Ko from Directors Fortnight of Cannes. We have Young Woo Kim of Red Sea International Film Festival and IDFA. And of course, Ms. Manette Dairit. Ang jury natin for this year. Ayan. Oh my God, super exciting. We have, of course, Ate Manette Dairit of the head of our Asian Next Wave Film Forum and the president of Qcinema Film Foundation and Central Digital Lab. We have Flor Canares, formerly with Globe Studios and Amazon. Dominic Lewinsky of Cannes Fortnight. We have Gabor Grenier of Films Boutique. This is a sales company based in France, and they represent a lot of Filipino films like Brillante Mendoza, La Diaz, and other films. We have Robin Citizen of the Toronto International Film Festival. We have Thomas Nam, the head of the project market of Buchon International Film Festival. And of course, we have Roberto Cueto, part of the selection committee of the San Sebastian International Film Festival. So this is an A-list film festival na kasama sa top 7 film festivals all over the world. So we have a really amazing jury this year that will listen to all the pitch of our projects. Next, please. So, ito na yung ating projects at andito ang iba sa ating mga participants. Okay. Number 1. Okay. We have Anak Alon or Daughters of the Sea with Martika Ramirez Escobar with producer Rajiv Idnani. So, you know Martika with Leonor Will Never Die. Yung pelikula niya na yun. Okay, next. Golden, andito ngayon si Omar, producer, and of course, J.E. Habak. Ayun, there. Say hi, guys. To be recognized. Okay. Lihim na luha. Ay, sorry.
Follow na lang gawa na
Ay, hindi pala, sorry. Molder with Kenneth Dagatan. Ano yung unang film ni Kenneth? In My Mother's Skin with Jasmine Curtis, right? Okay, next is My Neighbor the Gangster with Mario Cornejo and Monster Jimenez and John Romulo. Next, we have Bato-Bato sa Langit, Ang Tamaan, Magagalit, Heaven Help Us, directed by Eve Baswell with producer John Torres and Jules Catanyag. Next, we have Baladero or A Ship of Fools with Keith Deleguero. He's a filmmaker from Cebu, and producer Gail Osorio, also of Cebuana. And of course, ayun nga, Golden with Direct JP Havoc with Omar Sartias and Katsi Catalan, and they're here. And then we also have, next is Lihim na Luha or Secret Cries. This is directed by a US-based Filipina filmmaker, Eileen Cabiling, with producers Jericho Rosales and Darlene Malimas. And he's also the lead of the film, actually. Next, please. This has already been supported by FPCP before, and now it's going to so many festivals. Inahimbaka or Mother May Be, directed by Sonny Calvento. Producers niya ay si Ardon Rod Condes and Sharon Dayok. This is a co-production between Philippines, Singapore, and Taiwan. Next, please. We also have Please Bear With Me with Gabriela Serrano, with producers Gail Osorio and Keith Deleguero. And then next, we also have our producers for Angel de Dios. It's a Philippines and USA co-production. Hello! Okay, next please. Kakapanalo lang niya sa Asian Project Market ng SOAR Fund Prize and I think Artequino Prize. This is Hum, directed by Don Josephus Rafael Eblahan. He's actually based in Chicago. We discovered him because one of his short films became part of Sundance Film Festival, and now he's working more with Philippines. So nakakatuwa kasi from that discovery, he really decided to come back and work more with Filipino filmmakers. So this is produced by Hannah Sherbik and Allenberg Ang. It's a Philippines-USA co-production. And then, of course, our only animated feature, and this is very special to my heart, Iwa or Eve, directed by Keith Sikat with producer Miss Sally Dalena. Ayan, nandito sila. Okay, next. And the last project. So, magtataka kayo, this is directed by a Japanese director. So, because it's a Filipino-led project, like I said, ang producer niya ay Filipino, and this is gonna be shot in the Philippines. Pwede silang magkaroon ng ganitong partnership and for it to be a Filipino project. So we have The Returning. This is directed by Atsuko Hirayanagi with producer Will Malalang and Eiko Mizuno Gray. So siya yung producer ng Plan 75, kung familiar kayo na nanalo din sa Cannes. This is a Philippine and Japan co-production. So, next please. So now we have the 7 Southeast Asian projects. Okay, so our first project is The Beer Girl in Yangon. This is a Myanmar-Indonesia co-production directed by Sain Lian Tun and producer Yulia Bara from Indonesia. Next please. We have Picture House. This was also supported by ASEAN Co-Production Fund. This is a Vietnamese project with Minh Hiem Nguyen Vo with producer Johan Chapelan from France. So this is a France-Vietnam co-production. We also have from Myanmar, Future Lao Bands. We have director Monsoon and with producer Emmanuel Angeles. Emmanuel Angeles ang producer ng Jaja Saturna and Ella Arcangel. So he's producing a lot of animation projects from the Philippines. Next, please. We also have from Cambodia, To Leave to Stay by Dinesh San with producer Daniel Mates. Next, please. We have Singapore, Other People's Dreams from Daniel Huey with producer Tan Cien and Joel Neo. Next. And The Passport from Malaysia. from director Anand Subramaniam with producer Chu Munbel. And the last, so this is actually an Indian project. But since they were able to find a Southeast Asian co-producer, it now becomes a Southeast Asian project. So, nakakatuwa how the world works now, na parang you can come from different parts of the world, but if you partner with Southeast Asia or the Philippines, we are able to see projects from even outside of Southeast Asia. So this is I'll Smile in September, directed by Akash Chabra, with producer Fran Borja. He's French, but it's from Singapore. Yeah. Next. Ayan. So ano ba yung mga prizes na makukuha nila dito? Ba't ba sila sumasali? And why are they so interested? This is a complete grant, meaning hindi nila kailangang ibalik sa gobyerno. This is a prize that's gonna be given to them because they were selected as winners. So for our Philippine project, we are giving 2 million pesos as an award to 3 best Filipino projects. So imagine, out of the 13 projects, tatlo yung mananalo ng tag to 2 million. And of course, for our Southeast Asian projects, merong isang mananalo ng 1 million at merong 2 mananalo ng 750,000. So when you say prize, once they declare that they're going to start their film, ibibigay ng government yun sa kanila at yun, ang lalagay, attached tayo sa project, diba? Magiging Philippine co-production siya just because nagbigay din tayo. Pero they don't need to give it back. Next, please. And then, ito, nakakuha pa kami ng marami pang supporters. So, we have one of the awards. So, when you say partner awards, meaning sila yung pipili ng project sa 20 projects na to at bibigyan nila ng prizes in kind or in cash. So, we start with Mocha Chai Lab of Singapore. We are going to give post-production services, the full post James and Jazz. Kasi pinagkakasya po namin yung funding na binigay po sa amin ni Mayor. So, parang 3-person team po yung trabaho dyan. But grabe po yung support na nakuha namin from Qcinema, from Ms. Manette, from IGA, from everyone. They believe that, you know, it's the right time para maging creative city of film ang Quezon City because lahat, we have the most number of cinemas in the country. We have the 60% of box office in the of the country in Quezon City. We have 70% of our film workers working and living in Quezon City. So I think napaka-natural lang po talaga that Quezon City becomes the creative city of film. Especially now that we are officially being endorsed by the UNESCO Recognition Commission and the DTI. So, because of that, we, our team, this is naman a Quezon City Film Commission-led initiative, we want support. We want for other countries to see the...
1, 2, 3. One more po. Excuse me po, facial lang po muna. Ready po. 1, 2, 3. One more po, here po. Ready po. 1, 2, 3. Last one po.
Left side po, please.
The Qcinema Industry Program, meron po tayong badge. So that badge will, I can give you all the registration form para you all can have access to this. And we're giving our press a free market badge naman to. Media badge, ayun. Media badge for naman pala, press badge pala. May press badge pala tayo para magkaroon kayo ng access dito. So once na may badge kayo, you can have access to this. First come, first serve siya, so you don't need to sign up, you just need to show up. Punta lang kayo ng maaga para hindi kayo